The frozen river cracked beneath their weight, the sound echoing through the dead winter forest like a gunshot. Moonlight carved silver edges across the snow, illuminating the two predators locked in their deadly dance. The wolf, a hulking gray brute with a mangled ear and ribs showing through his winter-thick fur, circled with his head low. Across from him, the leopard was all coiled muscle beneath a pelt of liquid shadow, his yellow eyes unblinking. Blood already streaked the ice between them, first blood drawn in their initial clash, though neither had landed a killing blow. The wolf moved first. A feint to the left, then a lunge meant to clamp his jaws around the leopard's throat. But the cat was faster, twisting midair, raking claws across the wolf's muzzle in a spray of red. The wolf snarled, shaking his head, hot droplets melting craters in the snow. The leopard landed lightly, already pivoting for another strike, his tail lashing like a whip. They came together again in a blur of fur and fury. The wolf's strength was in his jaws, crushing, relentless. He caught the leopard's hind leg, teeth sinking deep into muscle before the cat twisted free with a yowl. Blood arced, splattering the ice like ink. The leopard retaliated with a swipe that opened the wolf's flank, exposing glistening red beneath the gray fur. Breath steamed between them as they broke apart, circling again. The leopard was tiring. His breaths came quicker, his movements less precise. The wolf, though bleeding from a dozen wounds, was built for endurance. He pressed forward, forcing the cat toward the riverbank where the snow was deeper, where the leopard's speed would mean nothing, a mistake. The leopard wasn't retreating, he was hurting. With a final, desperate spring, the leopard launched himself at the wolf's throat. The wolf caught him midair, jaws meant to snap the cat's spine, instead clamped on his shoulder, teeth punching through fur and flesh. The leopard screamed, a sound that echoed through the trees, but his claws found their mark raking downward, gutting the wolf from chest to belly in one brutal motion. Entrails spilled onto the ice, steaming. The wolf staggered, his legs buckling as his own weight dragged him down. The leopard, panting and bleeding, watched as the light faded from his rival's eyes. Dawn painted the forest in pale gold, revealing the full extent of the carnage. The wolf's carcass lay sprawled across the crimson-stained ice, his glassy eyes reflecting the rising sun. The leopard had dragged himself to the riverbank, his once glossy coat matted with blood and snow. Every breath sent fire through his torn muscles. Every movement made his vision swim. The wolf's teeth had found their mark too many times, deep punctures in his shoulder, his hind leg, his ribs. By midday, the first crows arrived. They circled overhead, their raucous cries drawing others. A pair of foxes slunk from the undergrowth, noses twitching at the scent of fresh meat. The leopard watched from his shelter beneath a fallen oak, too weak to chase them off. The wolves would come next. He could smell them already, the dead wolf's pack, drawn by the scent of blood and defeat. They would tear their fallen brother apart, then follow the leopard's trail. With a grunt of pain, the leopard forced himself to his feet. The forest offered no mercy to the wounded. He could stay and fight and die, or he could flee and, perhaps, live. The decision was no decision at all. The leopard vanished into the shadows, his blood marking a ragged trail behind him. The wolves would come, the winter would test him. But for now, he lived. And in the wild, that was enough. Spring came late that year. When the snows finally melted, hunters found the remains of the wolf picked clean by scavengers. Deeper in the forest, they discovered something else, a single, blood-stained leopard track leading toward the high mountains. Of the leopard himself, there was no sign. But sometimes, on still nights, the villagers swear they hear a cough-like growl echoing from the cliffs, and they know some battles never truly end. They simply wait for the next round.